कल खिलाना उनको वही अल हिजर. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. Ready to go? Ready? A'udhu billahi minash shaitan. Then Surah Mubarakah Yusuf, same way, Alif Lam Ra. Tilka ayatul kitabil mubin. So here the word used is mubin. Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum ta'qilun. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is introducing Quran in every surah we have been discussing for last couple of days. Then also we discussed Surah Mubarakah Ra'd yesterday. Same, Alif Lam Meem Ra. Tilka ayatul kitabi wallazi unzila alayka min rabbika bil haqq walakinna aksara an-nasi la yu'minun. So this is again introduced with the Quran. Same thing with Al-Hijr. So Surah Mubarakah Hijr, this is ending this, this is the 5th surah in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is starting with the introduction of the Quran. Alif Lam Ra. Tilka ayatul kitabi wa Qur'anim mubin. So these are the verses of this Quran, which is the book of Allah, and the Quran is very detailed, is well explained, bayan. Long hopes, and they want to indulge into they're preoccupied with self-indulging. No, they do not care with what is the message of the Rasulullah sallam is. Similarly, the surah continues, and they were unwilling to listen. The Quran diagnosis the spiritual disease of the Makkans is that they need a moral and spiritual guidance, since their economic success has made them materialistic individuals. This is so true for us here, that everybody is so economically successful here. We're all almost immigrants. We left our homelands to come here to make economic progress. No doubt, many of us, we did economic progress, but this economic progress should not be at the cost of the spiritual and moral from the highway. These signs of the Ashabul Aika wa Ashabul Hijr. Hijr means the people of the stone, and this is referred to the nation of the Salih alayhi salatu wasalam, Ashabul Samud, and they are near that's between Syria and Saudi Arabia. You can say near Jordan. These are the you can see these nations. The people who the people who are the experts in geography, they have made the maps for these areas of the different nations, of the past nations. But on that route, Quran says that they're so visible to you that you can learn from them. That what happened to them? They denied the message of the Allah's messengers, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them punishment in this world. So they should learn from that. The final section, it talks about it's consoling the beloved. There are big galaxies, keeps on breaking, and at the end, when it enters the space of the world, it's very small. So maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using. And in the museum, I see that in this scientific research, this is in Encyclopedia Britannica and Encyclopedia Grolier, that there are so many meteorites sitting in thousands. They are sitting in the Science Academy of Paris and in other areas. The interesting fact is that the scientists, they say that the Hajr Aswad, which is there in Kaaba, they also think this is not an ordinary stone. It has come from the heavens. At least they admit that it's a meteorite. I already talked about Ashabul Aika and Ashabul Hijr. These are the two terms which needed to be explained. So Ashabul Aika is the nation of Shuaib, is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not grieve over them, nor distress yourself because of their plotting. Yet whatever they're plotting against you is going to be in vain. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used a different argument in it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the animal kingdom and the universe as a sign of his tawheed. So this surah talks about the sun, stars, moon, how the birds fly, the seas, pearls, ships plowing through mighty waves, the rivers, mountains, cattle. Particularly, it talks about two nourishing foods, milk and honey. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that you see how we bring the milk from the blood and the bowel of the cattle. Like all these, when you ask the non-believers that what has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed. Now the value of the Quran is this big difference between the disbelievers and the mu'mineen. When you ask disbelievers, this is Quran, this is the translation of the verse. When you ask the disbelievers, what has your Lord revealed? What has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed? They say, Asatirul Awwaleen. These are nothing but the old stories of the old people. This is the attitude of the disbelievers. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks the believers that what has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed, they say He has revealed the best. He has revealed the best. So this is the difference in approaching Quran. When you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this looks the best to you. But when